Okay, so I'm going to show you start to finish, probably in 2 videos because there's so much that goes on here. I have a 24-inch drive. It's like 23 and something inches wheel. I actually, this is for me, so I actually fell when I was skimboarding. Yeah, skimboarding. Okay, so anyway, they send you, or this company sent us, which was really cool. They sent it pretty good time and everything. It's called Enable Your Life. Okay, at first I saw that a 19-inch rubber piece is not going to fit over a 24-inch, but they actually say it in the instructions. It is. I called them and left a message, but I was bound and determined to get this thing going because I don't have any other way of really walking around much. And so what I'm going to suggest is, if you have an older wheel, that you probably cut this, and it will probably fall apart on you anyway, but try to avoid knives and just get a pair of pliers in there and it will break open. And I'm going to suggest, because there is a item in there with 3 pieces of metal in them, and those 3 pieces of metal in them, or something very strong or similar to it, twine, is keeping this thing all together. So if you can go in there and cut that, you're going to be ahead of the game, because this should peel off a lot easier. But still, it won't come off. It doesn't come off very easy. Okay, so there's a spline in there, and I'm going to get those off. Now that I've gotten that off, look at this. This literally took me half an hour to get off before, and I have little pieces. So that's actually worth its weight in gold in what you guys are learning from this, and I just learned. Other thing is, I bought this tool. Do not do it without this tool. There's no way you're going to put on even the most correct tire. And you know, you look at this, and this is $100 versus $20, so you're gonna get it done. But I suggest you put in a washer or what have you. They show it's so easy; it just drops right in, no problem. But after doing this for a bit, I noticed that my bolt actually came loose. So after doing the first one, you got to make sure that it's still secure. So you're going to need some tools, and if you don't have a bunch of tools, you're probably not going to be as successful, and it's going to take you longer. So if you ordered one of these, more than likely you got a set of tools. Do-it-yourselfers would probably, non-do-it-yourselfers would probably shy away from this. If this won't slide in, there's a little sleeve in there that moves around, so that's why it doesn't work as well. So you notice it's sitting right on the bottom. So I got to put this spacer in there. It's the little things that you just go, oh, that's going to save me time. Okay. And I watched some other ones, so this has really helped me. And you can see that this is actually rubbing here because this thing got bent. Everything got bent in here when I made my first one. So it's kind of crazy how much torque I have to do on this. I'm actually going to try and bend this back a little bit because it took some gas. And if this is leaning forward too much, you're never going to get this on. Okay, so step 1, wire ties. You're going to put a whole bunch of them in a couple places. And I would wear protective eyewear because you never know what's going to come back and get you. Once you see how strong this is, you're going to blow your mind at how much strain this thing gets. So I didn't really record exactly where the other one went because it was kind of winged. So I'm just doing this about the same distance I had before. You don't want them too tight, because if you make them too tight, then the stretch you won't get the stretch out of it. You need that extra, whatever stretch you're going to get. Now this thing flew out of my hands one time already, so I really am not sure how this is going to go. Oh gosh. Make sure you don't hook it around the bottom of the metal. It's so easy to do. I did it twice. I can't believe I did that again. So, not perfect. I ain't perfect. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys can see that, so I'm going to look in the camera. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't think this down end here needs to be on too much. And then what I did was go up as high as I could and got about 3 ties on this, because this is the key to this, is trying to get this to go around these. You're going to torque this. It's really a lot of torque, amazing amount of torque that this thing's getting, and it just almost thought it was going to blow up. Just got to be patient. A lot of dead air here. Okay, so I'm going to pull those tight like that. And the key is to keep your hand down here so this doesn't fly off and whack you in the face. And you can see the amount of torque. I have a feeling that this is going to fly off or break. Yeah. Up, did it, but I still may be able to get it. Oh man, it is just horrendous. As you can see what I'm dealing with. I got the first one, so I know it's possible. So I guess I'll bring this up as far as I can go. And those ties were not as strong as these black ones. So I'm going to try these. I mean, if you can get them to hold, you can brute force it around. And that's kind of what you're doing, is brute forcing this. As you can see, I had a fail already. Well, I'm just going to load up on the ties and see if I can. Once you get this around, you're golden. Okay. You see that? I bent it. I almost had it, but I bent it. So now I got to bend this back. This is insane. And this is loose now. So what I got to do is undo this. Put this right here. God, I gotta move stuff out of the way. This is insane. I'll be back in a sec. I can't even stop it.